Hi guys, and welcome to Halifax Here. My name is Gina Hernish.
And I'm Adam Cooper.
Halifax Here is a My Halifax weekly podcast where we upload right here on our YouTube channel every Friday/Saturday. We talk about things happening in Halifax, answer questions, and talk about things we thought you might like to talk about. So let's get into it. So for this week's episode, we're going to be talking about our top 5 favorite things to do in summer in Halifax. So, which is very fitting because today it's a beautiful day, Saturday, sunny and hot.
A little too hot.
A little too hot, yeah, but we're not going to complain because...
I'm going to complain.
Okay.
Because I'm comfortable. See, when you have no hair like me, you have to wear a hat. Then you get really hot. And then you take your hat off and you burn your head. It's a cruel circle.
That's true. So, Adam, what's one of your favorite things?
I'm going to start with basically food. That's always one of my favorite things.
Mm-hmm.
I love in the summer going and getting ice cream from Cal's Ice Cream and then walking along the waterfront.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things too. Just like generally being on the waterfront in the summertime.
Well, there's just so much that happens down there anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, like even during the winter, it's a nice place to go.
Yeah.
Because like the snow's out, everyone's got their little decorations out. You know, we've ridden bikes down there, and the bikes are out, which are totally out right now. Bike week was last week, so you know, it's just it's kind of like, although it's not the centre of the city, it kind of feels like it is. So much happens down there, especially during festival season. It's just really, really cool.
Yeah.
So, what's one of your favourites?
One of my favorites is, it's not really Halifax related. It's having a bonfire.
Well, you can have a bonfire in Halifax, so
Yeah,
I'd say it is Halifax.
I guess so. But it just, I love campfires. I think maybe because I grew up, I was in Girl Guides, like brownies and Girl Guides, and we would always have campfires, and my dad would always make campfires, and it's just really nice. I love the smell, and it's just roasting marshmallows and hot dogs, and
I remember one of our first dates. You took me to your house and we were like, "Where you have a bonfire?"
Yeah.
Whereas like, and it wasn't like I was expecting a bonfire like this, like 4-stick thing with like this huge bloody thing, and was it spider hot dogs?
Spider dogs.
Spider dogs. That is a hot dog cut up and then curled into spider. No one's actually cooking spiders.
Yeah,
it's
you
just
like cut the ends in a little cross, and when you cook the hot dog, the ends kind of curl inward, and it looks like a spider, I guess.
Yeah, it was delicious, and I was like, man, this is so cool. And that's like the biggest bonfire scene, because in England a bonfire is like Guy Fawkes night. It's not like a summer thing, because we don't really have much of a summer. Like here we get really good summers. I mean, that's the only problem with the bonfires is sometimes there's burning bans, so then you can't do them.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Like, there's a tweet that went out last week, and it's like, only in Halifax can you have a frost warning and a burning ban the same day. And it's like, yeah, that's true. Because I mean, generally, you know, this kind of weather, because it's really, really warm right now. I feel like this evening is going to be just that kind of warm but still kind of cool.
Yeah.
And sitting in front of the fire, drinking some beers. I mean, I don't drink, but like I'll drink Coke instead. But you know, drinking the beer, having a few bevies, and you know, having a bonfire. That's just like the life.
Perfect. Relaxing evening.
That is like the life, the dream.
Yeah.
Whenever we've gone anywhere, we have broken with gender roles, and instead of me being a man to build the fire, you built the fire because I suck at it.
Well, yeah, we went to Mersey River, not last summer, but the summer before.
Yeah.
And it's like this really nice. They have really nice cabins. They have teepees there.
Yeah.
They have a river, and there's a lake along the Mersey River. And it's kind of like camping, but you don't have to bring a tent and all the equipment. You just, there's a cabin, and it's pretty like bare essentials, you know.
Yeah.
You've got like a mini fridge and a little hot plate stove.
Yeah. But
it was great. It was in the woods, and they had the lake, and there were like hummingbirds
everywhere.
It was really nice, and I made the campfires.
Yeah, I like the way you let me try to make the fire, and then you just took over. I was like, oh my god, this is going well.
Yeah, but that was really fun.
So we're at are we at number 3? We're at number 2.
Number 2.
Is it me again?
Yeah, it's you.
We're very organised on this show.
Yeah.
Say third thing for me, visiting the public gardens.
Yeah.
Now this is the first year. Now typically this was like, for me, when summer was here was when the public gardens open, that's it, summer's coming. But this was the first year they actually had them open during the winter, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because it is like, it looks like something out of a fairy tale when you go into it. It's got the gazebo in the middle, it's got these amazing gardens, and then when it's covered in snow, it's like a winter wonderland. It's like something frozen. Like, it's so good. We were actually there today.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, again, it kind of like, if you've ever been to Central Park, it's like a smaller version of that. And like, for me, it's just like, there was loads of people out, everyone was being respectful. There's a person who looks after the gardens who really doesn't like you sit on the grass, like he gets mated.
Yeah,
we
did sit down, and like I knew that's you're not really allowed to do that. Like, you can kind of walk on the grass, but to sit down, I mean, there's benches, and there is like a grassy area. But we were just sitting down because we were tired, and we were like just taking a break.
We've been there for less than 15 seconds. I was told to move, and there's a designated sitting area for grass.
Which is fine, we totally get that.
And to be fair, I'm saying this tongue in cheek, like, I understand it's a job, and you can't have everyone just sit on the grass because you damage it, and they are immaculate.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It is everything is immaculate.
We shouldn't have been sitting there.
But you know, it's just such an oasis, considering you are literally in the heart of downtown Halifax. And like I say, up until this year, that was always for me the sign summer's here. And we go there for the mayor's tea party, and they give out cake then. Oh, cake.
Yeah, it's just great because it's right in the middle of the city, and especially that they opened, like you said, they opened it this winter. It's great for people that work around that area that can just go out there on their lunch break. And I mean, they don't really plow it. I think they plow the main trails,
through,
but a lot of it they kind of just leave the snow on it. But it's still nice to go and just like walk around, you know, for people that live close, or work there or whatever.
And all the plants that come out in bloom, it just looks really pretty. Like they do a really good job there, and I just really like having that, because like, having lived in England, most of the city centres we have wouldn't have had a garden like that. Yeah. So it was just really cool.
And there's wildlife. We saw some ducklings today.
Yeah. I tried to film some sleeping ducks. They're like tucked in nice.
Yeah, they were snoozing away.
Yeah, but it's just a really cool thing. And like I say, this is the first year it's kind of been a year-round thing. But for me, that was always, summer's here, public gardens are open.
Yeah, and it's a classic place to go. You know, for like prom pictures or wedding pictures. It's the perfect place because there's just gorgeous flowers and trees. We've
seen 2 people like in the last 2 days taking like wedding announcement photos.
Yeah.
'Tis the season to
we
be
assume that it's wedding announcement.
Or they're just couples that like to hug and take pictures.
People like to take photos.
That's true. It just looks like more of a wedding announcement.
Yeah. It definitely was.
4.
4 for me would definitely be taking a road trip.
Road trip. I
know we like to take road trips whenever we can.
Yeah.
I know you work a lot on the weekends and stuff, but
yes,
if you have like a morning, afternoon off, we're like, let's go to like Hubbard's, or let's go to Mahone Bay or Lunenburg or something.
Yeah. I think in the summer, because the weather's nice, and like you go to the more remote areas, especially like Lunenburg, where like it's basically a little city of ships and stuff like that. It's just really cool. It's the kind of stuff where you can go for a day and you can find plenty of stuff to do, and it's just really nice. And that's that's what reminds me of summer. Yeah, and it's nice because in Halifax, you know, you can drive for an hour in kind of any direction and be somewhere cool. Yeah, it's really cool. And usually by water too. Yeah, you know. And like, you know, you've got Chester Race Week and stuff like that. So it's like you can go somewhere for a day or a couple of days event and have a really good time. And that's summer fun. That's summer living. And even to Truro, which is an hour drive, to go to Victoria Park, which is another amazing. We actually did a vlog about it. Yes. I love Victoria Park. It's so much fun. Well, considering like it's not that far from here. No. And B, it's just like this crazy wood. Like there's just trees everywhere, and they're like massive. And it's got the waterfall. Although the waterfall was dry, and we were actually dry when we went there. But a couple of years, I went with my dad a couple of years before we went, and the waterfall was just like gushing. Yeah, because it was like this like single beam of and I was like, and then I took you there, and I was like, there's this epic waterfall. It's amazing. And we got there, we were like, there was this like tiny little stream, and I was like, no. I was like, what are you talking about, girl? So I'm going to finish off number 5.
Yes.
So for me, I think it's kind of a must. Head to Crystal Crescent Beach, or or Lawrencetown Beach, or Rainbow Haven, whichever beach is closest to you. But we're fortunate that we have like 3 really good beaches. I mean, there's other beaches like Queensland and the other, and we are lucky that you can kind of go off beaten track and find a small beach. But Crystal Crescent is kind of my favourite. Is that what I sound right?
It is really nice, and I mean that kind of ties in with mine for a road trip because I mean just the other week we went to Bayswater. And but another beach that I love it's a bit further away. It's like a 2-hour drive almost.
That's okay, we can do it.
It's the beach at I think it's called Somerville Beach, and it's where
Summerside?
No, it's Somerville, I think, and it's where it's right next to the quarter deck. If any of you know.
Oh yes.
The quarter deck. It's a kind of like a cabin, really nice. I guess it's like a hotel.
Cabin hotel now.
Yeah, it's more modern, and they have a restaurant there. They do yoga classes, like it's amazing. But the beach itself, I mean, we walked it.
I ran it as well.
You ran it, and it's
trying to be
huge.
healthy.
It's so long, and it's really nice.
Yeah, and I just think like for because we are lucky that we are really surrounded by ocean. To not take advantage of that and go to the beach at least kind of like once. I mean, it can be, and again, you gotta be. It depends what you're going for. Like I like whenever we go, I want to be kind of just 2 of us. I want to be away from everything because we have busy jobs, and I just like to be like zen out from everybody. So if you get there like 1 o'clock on a Saturday, there's gonna be a lot of people there.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's nice to get there. Like today on a day like today where it's so hot, like you could go in the evening.
Yeah.
There'll be less people. There'll still be some people, same people doing what we're doing, but you won't be like necessarily dealing with a lot going on because it can get difficult because people want to take dogs, people want to play, people want to throw a ball, and it's like if you're just there trying to chill out, or if 2 dogs find each other don't get on, then it's only a fight.
And also, I mean, I'm not a huge beach person. Like I like to lay in the sun for maybe half an hour or an hour, but there's comes to a point where I'm like, I get too hot. I'm like, okay, I need to like, I'm over this. And there's sand everywhere, and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I like to go somewhere where you can go on the beach and like do the beach thing, and then go somewhere and have a picnic. Yeah. But Crystal Crescent's kind of my favorite, and we walked in the winter that one time. Do you remember?
We did, yeah.
And that was cool. That was like really cool.
Yeah.
So, but I'd definitely say like it's up there in terms of beaches for me because it's so close. It's so nice. Yeah. I mean, if you're a surfer or like windsurfing, like Lawrencetown Beach is the place to be. Like it is windy out there, and they do all kinds of crazy stuff out there. So it's it's a good spot to be, but it's a different atmosphere. Yeah. And like I know when White One here, a couple of my friends went out and watched the tornado come in from Lawrencetown Beach. Wow. I don't think that was the safest thing to do, but they did it.
People like to go out in storms, I feel like.
I was walking my dog during the last storm. My dad had to come fetch me because we were like, he's like, it's getting rainy. He's like, okay. Good times.
Yeah, the beach is always a good. I like to go in the water too. You don't really like to go in the water because it's too cold.
It is too cold.
But I love playing in the waves. I know that sounds really stupid, but it's really fun.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
But those are basically our top 5 things to do this summer. Let us know what your top 5 things would be. And this was just one of those things that's like, summer's coming around. I kind of want you guys to see what we think is cool, and we want to know what you think is cool. It's just, I think that's really what this podcast is about. I can't tell you the specific event to go or anything like that, but I mean, those are our 5 favorite things for the summer. Yeah.
So I think we might wrap it up here. Thank you for watching this week's episode. Next week we are working on a project, and we're not sure if we're going to be talking about it next Friday or the Friday after. So make sure to tune in next week to find out what it is. If there's anything you'd like us to talk about, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course right here on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a great weekend.
Bye guys.
Bye.